Welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, I don't even know what we're going to be talking about because somehow Luka Doncic is on the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka on the Lakers. I have to update the intro. No, Luke, what are you doing on the Lakers? I didn't even realize that. What is going on, man? I'm pinching myself right now because, yo, it's February 2nd. What is the year, man? What did I wake up to, bro? Like LeBron James and Luka Doncic are on the same team with each other. This is nasty. In the year 2025, LeBron James is 40 years old, max player. Um, this is this is wild, man. Like I just woke up to Luka Doncic on the Lakers. Like who could have imagined that? This is insane. I'm sorry that I'm being very reactive on video right now. I kind of written down a lot of notes. I have a lot of thoughts about this. I've been up for like 6 hours now to think about this and what else we're going to talk about in this video with Anthony Davis being the Dallas Maverick. You know that's also insane. Luca, man, Hookah Doncic. This is something that is a red flag. Zion health conditions, and conditioning stuff like that are concerns with Luca, and he has the Jimmy Butler persona and the personality and the Trae Young defense. Like the Mavericks are like tired of it and they're concerned about how they have to cater their team so much towards Luka Doncic, but at the same time, Luka Doncic is a number one option. Luka Doncic is a superstar. Luka Doncic is that guy. There's only 5 superstars in the NBA right now, and Luka Doncic is one of them. Luka Doncic is the second or third best one. Luka has a debate to be the best one. Luka has a debate right now to be the best player in the world, and he just got traded. Luka has a debate to be the best player in the world, and he just got traded. That's crazy. That's crazy. 7 or 6 years into his career, he is no debate at least the second best player in Mavericks history. Oh man, he is a Hall of Famer right now. Luka Doncic will make the Hall of Fame 100%. He will make the Hall of Fame before Derrick Rose. Yeah. Luka Doncic has been a basketball legend before he even came to the NBA, and it seems like the Dallas Mavericks got new ownership and they want to be the new main character. Luka Doncic, since he's came, Mark Cuban said, "Hey, this Luka team, we do what Luka say. All right, hey, this is Luka place, Luka Magic, Luka Magic. Mark Cuban, he's gone. Rick Carlisle, he randomly leaves. Michael Finley, you see, he's upset with Luka. DeAndre Jordan, he didn't like Luka. Kristaps Porzingis, he didn't like Luka. Dennis Smith Jr., he didn't like Luka. During the finals, he doing things he shouldn't be doing during the NBA finals, time. Like people I see on Twitter and Instagram are asking, like, yo, what is this in NBA terms? This is Stephon Diggs for Marlon Humphrey. Prime Stephon Diggs is traded for Marlon Humphrey, like randomly. Like Stephon Diggs, yeah, he might have been a better player, but Marlon Humphrey he was cool defensively and honestly one of the better DBs of our time. This is like Neymar for Alisson Becker. Neymar, yeah, he's one of the better, guys at scoring goals, but Alisson Becker is a great goalie, and these guys are people that are affecting the locker room. Alex Rodriguez for Clayton Kershaw. That's what it kind of seems like. It kind of seems like the Dallas Mavericks are telling us Luka Doncic might be Antonio Brown. This is why you do this. If this trade wasn't requested, you're upset with his health concerns. You're upset with how he acts. You're upset with how he is in the locker room, and he has a debate to be the best player in the world. Do you think it's so bad to the point where he's Antonio Brown? Like there's no way you trade the best player in the world. Or I'm not saying he is the best player in the world, but the fact he has a debate to be the best player in the world, so any given season he will be. Any given year, Luka Doncic is the best player in the world. All right, you got a young Victor Wembanyama. You have a year if Giannis isn't shooting well, and if Jokic hurt. You know, Luka's the best player in the world. That easy. That easy. But the Dallas Mavericks aren't bought into that. And what could that be? They just came off of a finals run. They made the finals a couple months ago. And the thing about Luka Doncic, throughout his whole entire career, he's always been the type of guy to play himself into shape. Like that's why he got the James Harden kind of comparisons. That's why Luka Doncic has never went out and won the MVP award. Thing about the Dallas Mavericks, I feel like this is a team that is bought too much into the moment, uh and is ungrateful. I think they're looking at the fact that they're the 8th seed right now and don't understand that this game is about the next 20 years, the next 50 years. The next 50 years, Luka Doncic, unless he's Antonio Brown, is going to be such a name. But so is Anthony Davis. That's the thing about it. The Dallas Mavericks, this trade for them, talking about basketball wise, Anthony Davis coming to the team defensively changes a lot, man. He goes from having Luka Doncic, who essentially was your power forward, in my opinion. Coming into the season, if you listen to my Dallas Mavericks video, Dallas Mavericks fans, that was one of my most watched videos coming into the season. So hopefully y'all are some of the first, or y'all would like to come hear my opinions after hearing what I had to say about your team earlier. Yeah, I was kind of telling y'all, Luka's like a power forward to me, man. He he gets a lot of rebounds. He plays in the post area. He's like Zion. Like Zion and Luka play the same position to me, and they're point forwards. And Anthony Davis is going to be a two-way forward for the Mavericks. Like he's going to be a two-way forward that could play center for them at times. And I don't know about the spacing on this team, man. You have Klay Thompson and Kyrie. They also got Max Christie, who ever since he was a starter for the Lakers, they were 16-8. And a lot of that was due to their defense. And what did the Dallas Mavericks do? They took the Lakers' entire defense. They said, hey, Max Christie, give me that. Anthony Davis, give me that. Hey, Max Christie also could shoot. So Max Christie, that's a steal, man. Mavericks, they're seeming to be a team that is bought into defense 100%. And if you're Allen Iverson, that's what it seems like they're saying. They're saying Luka Doncic is Allen Iverson, man. But at the same time, I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's wrong in my opinion. But all I know is Luka's a point forward that was alongside Kyrie, and that fits well. But at the same time, a big man like Anthony Davis who could defend next to Kyrie and Klay, that's just team basketball. They're going to run a lot of motions and a lot of sets, which the Dallas Mavericks feel like they couldn't have done with Luka Doncic. He had to get into his bag. Steve Kerr with Kevin Durant, basically. Draymond Green with Kevin Durant. You know, the team wanted to just play through the flow, and Kevin Durant wanted to slow down the offense sometime to get in his bag. And in my opinion, they should have kept Kevin Durant, you know? Luka Doncic slow down the game, get into his bag. I think he has the most unstoppable shot in the game. Him and Kristaps Porzingis on his mixed match fadeaways, the Jokic hook shot, and the Luka Doncic just floater area float thing when he posts up, you know, his close shot. That's like one of the most unstoppable moves in the NBA. Anthony Davis, though, he works in the same area. So it's like his passing off of those plays isn't as good, but his rebounding and his defense and his effort and his personality, it's everything outside of offense is what the Dallas Mavericks are telling me Anthony Davis is better than Luka. I understand Luka is generational, and could be the best offensive player of all time when it's all said and done. But I think Anthony Davis is better at everything else. I think that's what the Dallas Mavericks are telling us, and it's to the point if that's the only thing he's better than him on the court at, and he's a locker room cancer, and we get their first round pick in the future. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks are so sure that Luka Doncic at age 30 to 31, if he's keeping on this path, will just be toasted. That they wanted that Lakers first because LeBron and Luka not going to be there in their opinion. I think that's what it is. I think they think that this is a win now move and a future move. I think that the Dallas Mavericks think they fleeced the Lakers. There's no way you trade Luka this randomly, and they called the Lakers for Anthony Davis apparently. And on the court, this makes sense for the Mavericks, man. They just lose. Anthony Davis makes sense on any team, though. That's the thing about it. Any team could fit around a superstar player like this. This is just like after a finals run is crazy, man. Luka's usually always in shape by the playoffs, though. That's one thing about it. Luka Doncic all time is one of the better playoff performers I've ever watched in history. Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic. If you ever want to go back in time and watch highlights, I don't know whenever you're listening to me, one of the better playoff performers ever. Luka, man, that is crazy. Anthony Davis, one of the better defenders ever, and now he's on the Dallas Mavericks. Luka is better offensively than AD, but AD is still very. AD is an elite scorer. That's the thing about it. Luka might be the best, but AD's elite at it. AD's elite defensively. Thing about AD is that he can't shoot. I hate AD as a shooter from mid range everywhere. But last year in the playoffs, I mean, are the Mavericks telling me Luka can't shoot either? But Luka has a volume. Luka still puts like pressure for you to go guard it. AD don't even do that, man. AD don't even do that. But at the same time, he brings defense. AD brings defense, and the Mavericks talking to me saying that defense matters. But I think having two playmakers also matters, man. But I don't know, man. This is a wild move. This is a wild move. I think the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Anthony Davis will get to play power forward and center to end his career next to Derek Lively. The new Mavericks starting five. You got Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford was rumored to be on the trade market. I think that he still is a name to watch out for. I think if the Dallas Mavericks were to add a shooter and replace Daniel Gafford, that would be cool because they got Derek Lively for the now and for the future. Anthony Davis will start at the power forward, and then rotate at center. I think that's the best thing for AD. Not because he's soft, but I think it's because he's so versatile. AD is so versatile that the Lakers were using him wrong. They weren't letting him be versatile. Let him play on the perimeter sometimes. Let him play in the paint sometimes. Especially now in a league where Victor Wembanyama in town, you need two bigs. When we were watching the Lakers against the Spurs, I'm just sorry, AD's a great defender, but when you got a player like Wembanyama, Anthony Davis is a power forward, and having another center like Derek Lively, I think Anthony Davis could do better in the matchup against Wembanyama now. I think he'll be able to hold the Dallas Mavericks against the Denver Nuggets. I mean, the definition of insane is to do the same thing and expect a different result. So I guess the Lakers are like, hey, let's just let go of AD. Well, if we face the Nuggets, we cooked. If we face the Thunder, we're cooked. Let's just shake something, man. And the Mavericks is buying in on defense. This also makes me wonder, Jaden Hardy, what is he doing in practice? Because certain teams do moves when they know certain things. I remember the Knicks last year. This reminds me of the Emmanuel Quickly trade. I remember that blockbuster trade. I I was just so in love with the fact of Miles McBride after the trade. No one was thinking of it, but that was my first thought. I don't know why. And I'm having deja vu with Jaden Hardy. Like teams make moves like this when they see something in practice out of someone. Luka Doncic being gone, you need play out of Jaden Hardy, and I think they know they're gonna get it. Jaden Hardy is a player I like. Jaden Hardy, somebody who maybe could be a most improved player candidate, honestly, in the future. But at the same time, him and Kyrie's so small that they're not gonna share too many minutes together. But when Kyrie's hurt, when Kyrie's on the bench, when Kyrie's gone, they don't got Luka no more. They got Jaden Hardy. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. That's very different. That's a very different world. If Kyrie's hurt in the playoffs, if Kyrie's having an off game, you're done. But man. But at the same time, defense is always going to be there. Defense wins championships. That's what the Dallas Mavericks telling us they believe. And hey, Luka could take us to the finals. He could take us there, but is he gonna win it? I don't know, man. I feel like this might have been a premature move. Um, Luka Doncic in the last 2 years that he made it to the playoffs, he's at least made the Western Conference Finals. I'm telling y'all, 2023 and or 2022 and 2024 Luka Doncic playoffs, some of the best. Yeah, not anytime, man. Luka against the Clippers, Luka is special, and the Mavericks are telling me he has a problem he needs to fix. Maybe this is motivation for Luka, and they're buying into the mature defensive player that could do it on both sides, and that matters. Pros for the Dallas Mavericks, their defense and their culture. The Dallas Mavericks, their defense for sure gets better, and their culture, I believe, also has to get better. I think the locker room has to have stuff going on. Like I said before, Luka has had a lot of problems in the locker room in the past, and a lot of people that's been Dallas Maverick lifers. That's the thing about it. Dallas Maverick lifers, like Mark Cuban, Rick Carlisle, tired of him, And then you got other people in Dennis Smith Jr., which he was like sophomore player. Luka take his spot. I get it. Porzingis, you got a star stretchy big, who you're not utilizing right because you're in his way. But at the same time, I think it's because Luka and Porzingis are both, somewhat forwards. Luka's a forward in the center, and Luka's a point forward. Luka, you got to build around him a certain way, and the Mavericks built that certain way. Like the Mavericks are built perfectly around Luka, but at the same time, they're perfectly built around any superstar player. Anthony Davis, this is his team. This is Anthony Davis's team. This is the first time where Anthony Davis legit number one option, because ever since New Orleans, at least, because he's always been with LeBron, and Kyrie's gonna be able to get Anthony Davis looks, and we're going to see what the Dallas Mavericks do. This is a fun trade for the Dallas Mavericks. Can't wait to see Anthony Davis in a Dallas Mavericks uniform, man. It doesn't sound real saying. It sounds unbelievable. Max Christie, Dallas Mavericks fans, watch out. Y'all got better this year. Y'all got better defensively. Y'all, the thing about it is the future is kind of weird. The future's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, because Luka's a better player, and at the same time, is it that they were scared to give Antonio Brown that supermax? That's just what it had to be. They were scared to give Antonio Brown the supermax and wanted to buy in on defense. The Lakers, dude. Matter of fact, before I go on to the Lakers, pros for the Dallas Mavericks, like I said, defense and culture. The cons is that they traded debatably the most talented player in their franchise history. Luka Doncic is that special. Luka Doncic has the debate to be the best player in their franchise history. Especially if he would have stayed there longer. He would have had more finals appearances than Dirk if he stayed there longer. And he would have probably, if he would have kept making finals appearances, had a ring. Or no. Dirk made it in 06. He made it versus the Heat twice. So if Luka would have made it one more time and won, he would have had the same, resume. like as Dirk, which is very impressive. But obviously Dirk is better. But I'm just saying, Luka did a lot in just 7 years for the Dallas Mavericks, which isn't that like crazy successful of a franchise. And they won a ring recently. Like they've won a ring recently, and now they had a superstar. Fans were satisfied with just Luka, honestly, but they weren't satisfied. Mavericks won championships, so they won defense. So I get it. The cons, like I said, wow, crazy. Lakers, dude. Lakers, man. They get what they wanted. The Lakers, they rolling the dice. They rolling the dice, man. Like you got caught up and they said, dude, you want Luca? You can I get AD? They like, hold on. That's kind of hard to say no to. I get it. Like when you look at the Lakers, when you look at your roster, LeBron and AD, you love it. You love it. But like when you hear Luca, like you're willing to hit the reset button. Yeah, we're gonna give up that 2031 pick when Luca's gonna be 31. We think we're gonna take good care of Luca and make sure that he's a superstar by that age still. I think JJ Redick at this point is betting on Luca. This is JJ Redick's career right here. This is what they said. This is what they meant when they said JJ Redick, the new Pat Riley. JJ Redick gonna recruit a guy like Luca just like that in his first couple months. His first couple months with the Lakers, he got him Luka Doncic. Yeah, just like that, no hesitation. Luka Doncic, and he got LeBron James. Yeah, no hesitation. LeBron James, do he got him? Do he got him? He got Dorian Finney-Smith. Them boys all played together on the Dallas Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith, Luka, JJ Redick, cool little, trio when Dorian Finney-Smith was splashing 40% from three. He probably the most threes he ever made in his career was off of Luka Doncic creation, similar way to how Ben Simmons would create for JJ Redick. So Dallas Mavericks, they're going to use a lot of Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith is a starter for sure. They're going to start. They're going to start Luka, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, and they need a big. I think Rui Hachimura, what he does with the post scoring and the like the mid range stuff, I love it. It kind of reminds me of a lower tier Carmelo Anthony, but off the bench is cool. And Dorian Finney-Smith and Luka got their chemistry, and they're gonna have Austin Reeves do what Rui does, but on the perimeter. The Lakers need a big bad though. Like they need a big so bad that I think that the Lakers might be willing to trade LeBron. Are the Lakers willing to trade LeBron? I don't know. Because the lineup of Luka, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, and LeBron James, if they get a Clint Capella, I guess it's cool because I guess when you think about it, why go into the playoffs with Anthony Davis and LeBron James again? That's two number two options at this point. Or is Anthony Davis a number one option? And they just keep unfortunately playing the Nuggets. I think Anthony Davis and LeBron are two number two options, and Luka Doncic is a number one option who's just having issues with his character in another place. And JJ Redick is one of Luka's favorite players that he's ever played with. Somebody who he talks to all the time. I think he's someone that Luka respects, and I think JJ Redick knows that if he's under Luka, or if Luka's under him, Luka's gonna be cool. And if Luka is gonna be cool, he Luka might be the next LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West. Like y'all might really have Pat Riley and Jerry West. Pat Riley and yeah, Pat Riley and Jerry West. Like Luka Doncic and Pat Riley, dude, and going into the future, that's the pro about this trade. The biggest pro for the Lakers is they have made, like I said, debatably the best player in the world at age 25. It's just, who is he? And one thing about it, I know JJ Redick knows who he is, and JJ Redick approves of it. And LeBron James, yeah, LeBron James, he said he ain't know this was gonna happen, but one thing I know is JJ Redick knew. JJ Redick knew, and LeBron and JJ Redick cool. So I mean, JJ Redick knew. Ain't no way, because if they feel like all of these concerns about Luka, they sold on him on a high, they think, and he's the one. He's not gonna fit the roster right now. Like, he fits, but he doesn't. This roster needs a big badly. Maybe they go ahead and trade uh uh Dalton Connect for a big, because he's a rookie. I don't know, but whatever they do, they got to do it fast. Trade deadline is this week, so whatever they do, they got to do it, man. Wow, Anthony Davis to the Mavericks, LeBron to the Luka to the Lakers. That's crazy, man. One thing I know though, LeBron James, this is the one time we're gonna question him moving. LeBron James, could he go to a Cleveland Cavaliers? Could LeBron James go to the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heat, or is this him being all in on this year and wanting to go to the Memphis Grizzlies? That's a team that could just, he go on a farewell tour, try and win a ring, and retire. Is that what LeBron on? I don't know what LeBron on. Maybe LeBron on. Maybe this was the plan. Maybe Luka, LeBron, shooters and rebounding. Shooters and rebounding. If you could add defense, do it. You got a week. You got a week. So if you could add shooting, defense, and rebounding, you're legit. But just shooting and rebounding. You need shooting, rebounding, and that. Yeah. See what else goes on with y'all. Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in. That'll be it for me. Have a nice day and God bless.